That's a lovely way to think about it. Thank you for sharing that. I know that a lot of things have changed due to COVID, especially for a lot of different arts programs, because I mean, that's such a personal thing. It's a very shared space. It's really hard to do virtually. So given those restrictions, has PBT done anything different with you guys to allow training and to continue performing?
PBT has been absolutely incredible with all of the COVID stuff. When in March, when we first kind of went into lockdown, they had us doing a whole lot of virtual content, which was great because it was a job. I mean, in times like these, you just have to be very thankful, especially as an artist, to be working at all. So to be getting paid and doing virtual content was great. It was really, really hard doing Zoom. I'm sure as students, you know, but it's just like, it takes you to a whole different level when you're like trying to physically copy what someone's doing on the screen and flip it and reverse it and like lags with music. It's really, really difficult and exhausting, as you guys know. But PBT did a really great job of getting us back into the studio as soon as they could. They amped everything up as far as technology. They got these huge, amazing screens in all the studios so that we can Zoom from the studio into your home. And they brought us back into the studio. We social distance, we wear masks, but we get to come in and take class and jump and not be in your living room.
That's so awesome, yes.
It's great. And they also have done, they did a performance 2 or 3 weeks ago, a weekend of shows in an outdoor venue, which was incredible. And we're rehearsing for a virtual Nutcracker and a Dracula performance that we have coming up. So they're doing a great job. And I think we are one of the only companies in the US performing right now, which is amazing.
Oh, that's really exciting for everything. And I mean, that's so great that you get to be part of a company that's allowing you to continue to dance during this time. I know it's really hard in quarantine. I know there's all those virtual classes, but just doing it in your kitchen. Kitchens have low ceilings and there's chairs everywhere. You can't lift your leg that high.
Yes.
So I'm sure it has to be amazing.
Your legs or your arms. Yeah, it's awesome.
So I'm really glad you guys have that opportunity. So just in terms of performing, is there what's your favorite role that you have performed? And out of the roles that you have performed, were any of those like a dream role that you got to realize while doing that? And aside from that, is there any role that you would really like to perform that you haven't
yet? So I think my favorite role, and I didn't even do this as a professional, I was in the graduate program when I did this, was Russian Girl in George Balanchine's Serenade. If you know ballet, you know Serenade is just like the most beautiful ballet, the most beautiful music. I remember watching it for the first time and seeing the Russian Girl and being like, I want to be her. I want to do that part. She jumps and she's so powerful and amazing. And then it was casted and I got to do it. And I was just so, so thankful. And getting on stage and doing that was just incredible. And the repetitors, the Balanchine repetitors, are so encouraging and just want the best for you as a dancer, which is wonderful. And I think my dream role, I don't know if it's a role, but like my dream ballet for sure is The Concert, which is a Jerome Robbins ballet. It's really funny and quirky. People are wearing hats and carrying around chairs and using umbrellas and wearing butterfly wings. It's really, really fun. And I'd love to do any role in that ballet.
I love that. Oh, well, I hope that PBT gets on that. We have I hope we get to see you in one of those roles eventually.
That would be amazing. They actually did The Concert the year bbefore I came here, so I got to like see it, but I wasn't a part of it. So hopefully it'll come back soon.
It has to come back now. We're willing that into existence.
Yes.
So one just random fun thing, I touched on the fact that we both have betta fish earlier. I was wondering what your betta fish's name is, and how you end up becoming a proud parent.
So my betta fish's name is Specs, which is short for Speckles. He's super cute. He's blue with some yellow. I have had him for over a year now, which is crazy for a betta fish. But like a year ago, one of my closest friends was moving out of Pittsburgh, and she had like a tank, and she was like, "Oh, here, you can have this. Doesn't mean you have to get a fish, but if you want to eventually." And I just was like, "I want a fish. I want one right now." So I went to PetSmart and I got him, and then I had a fish, and I love him so much. I have been like quarantining sort of between my apartment and my boyfriend's house. So when I wasn't here, my roommates were doing a great job of taking care of him, and I still like cannot believe he made it through quarantine and is still with us today.
Well, slightly funny story related to making it through quarantine. I am in my apartment. I have 2 other roommates, and we bought a betta fish last fall, so basically a year ago. And we all actually had our own names for the betta fish. I named him Pledge because I thought it was funny because he was a betta.
Oh.
But one of my roommates decided to take him home for quarantine. But when he got back home, just a day later, he didn't make it because of stress, I think. But our roommate, we never told that our betta fish didn't make it. And when we got back to Pittsburgh, we bought another betta fish, and she thinks it's the same one. If she watches our episode, which she should, she will find this out. But as of right now, she doesn't know that we have a new betta fish in our house because we use the same name, which might be bad. But that's our betta fish story. We loved both of them, and we love our current one. We take very good care of him. He just had a really hard time with the move, but we're not doing any more moving. He's staying here. But yeah, so that's my fun betta fish story. And it's funny that you bring up making it through quarantine.
Yeah. Well, if she is watching this, now she knows at least.
She knows. If so, I'm sorry, Katie. Well, other than that, thank you so much for being here. Do you have any plugs for PBT, for other things that people should look out for?
I just say check out PBT's Instagram at Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre, or pbt.org, which is a great way to get information on what PBT is doing there. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up for Halloween, Dracula stuff to look forward to, and then a virtual Nutcracker that we'll have out pretty soon. So keep up to date on what we're doing.
Well, yeah, thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You're such a fantastic dancer. I hope that everyone gets the chance to see you dance with any of the virtual productions, or hopefully any in the future. Yeah. So again, thank you everyone for watching. This has been Season 6, Episode 2 of Pitt Tonight, and thank you again to Tori for being our fabulous guest today.
Thank you. Thank you.